Hey there, it's Sydney, your account manager at FlipCo Financial, and today I'm going to be breaking down a quote sheet. Keep in mind that quotes are subject to underwriting approval and are initially just going based off the numbers that you've provided me with. To stay at a minimum down payment, your total loan amount needs to be under 75% of the after repair value. Let's assume that this deal fits within that requirement. Your quote might look slightly different depending on the rate at the time as well as the numbers that you've provided. For this example, I'm using a purchase price of $250,000 and a rehab amount of $50,000. On your quote, you'll either see your name or your entity, and if you have a closing date, you'll see the close of escrow listed as well. You'll find the property address and then the FlipCo financial terms. This example, we're using an interest rate of 12.5% and an origination of 2.5 points. You'll see a monthly payment and a max monthly payment subject to rehab draws and current market rates after 4 months. If you don't use any of the $50,000 requested, your monthly payment to FlipCo is $2,291.67. After you've exhausted all of the $50,000 for the rehab, your max monthly payment is going to be $2,812.50. Our loans are interest only and annualized, and we only charge you interest on funds used. Next, you'll see your down payment. Remember, we're at that 75% LTARV, so we qualify for the minimum 10% down. You'll notice that this $30,000 is not 10% of the purchase price, but it's 10% of the purchase price plus the rehab. Keep in mind, we finance 100% of your rehab. So by the time we've reimbursed you for the $50,000 when you've completed your project, you're only in 10% of the purchase price. Next, you'll see prepaid interest. This will be blank if I don't have a closing date. So for this deal, if it closes on June 26, you'll pay interest for the remainder of that month, which is the $381.94. You wouldn't be charged in July because we're waiting to see how much of the rehab you use. Your very first interest payment is going to be August 10th. Interest payments always come out on the 10th of the month, and we always send you a billing statement on the 1st of the month, letting you know how much is going to be drafted from your account on the 10th, depending on how much of the rehab you used. If you're interested in the home renovation school opportunity, then let me know. I've opted out of it, so it's $0 on my quote. Next is approximate cash needed to close, excluding title and third-party fees. $37,131.94. That's my origination, my down payment, and my prepaid interest. You'll see the $50,000 that I've requested for the rehab, as well as property coverage in lieu of insurance. With the exception of Florida, it is required that all properties we finance have FlipShield in place of builder's risk insurance. This is a product built specifically with investors' needs in mind and will almost always provide superior coverage over traditional insurance. For my Florida investors, if you need help finding a builder's risk insurance agency, I'd be happy to make some referrals. Florida or not, if your property is in a flood zone, you will need to add flood insurance. I can also make referrals for that. And that concludes my quote breakdown. I hope that you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to help you get your deal across the finish line. Here's to building real estate empires. Bye.